Hello everyone and welcome to my corner of the world. And it looks as though this week I managed to set up my workplace without having to do too much fiddle faddling around. Wow, that's not bad, is it? Okay, so how is everybody? Welcome to my Sunday Live. It's the 21st of January already. Can you believe it? So if you are out there watching me, perhaps you'll go ahead and just let me know in the live chat box on the right hand side of your screen. I'd certainly love to know that you're there and I'm not talking to myself today. Right, well, I thought that I would do some something using some of the new products from the Mini. It's been live, two and a half weeks, I think now. So I have shared some other items through my regular blog and videos, but this time I thought I would share these. Now here they're called it's called the Thoughtful Moments Hybrid Embossing Folder, and I got mine the other day. So I've had a little look at the embossing, the dies, but I haven't yet looked at the embossing folder. So we can look at those together. And the other thing that I thought I could use were these absolutely scrumptiously delightful gold foiled flower cards with envelopes, and they're here because they arrived in the same package as these dies. So you can see I've not even opened these yet, so let's go ahead and see what we've got here. So when you get these, or this opportunity to get like pre-cut and decorated note cards with envelopes, and in fact I don't even think they're note cards, I think they're full-size cards looking at them. These are an ideal opportunity to make some really super duper pretty projects that you can have, that you can make quite quickly. So it says that we've got 10 cards with envelopes. So here's one envelope. Ooh, look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Now, if we fold that over, that gives us a very nice deep flap. And when I look, the adhesive is actually here. So one of my thoughts is, I wonder if we could trim that pretty piece off. Okay, that's one thought. And then let's see what the cards have for us. Okay, so they're double side, they're printed front and back, the front and back card. And we've got vanilla with some beautiful foiling. And then we've just got a white interior. So we're going to use these and see what we can come up with. Oh, excuse me. So there's a good start. Look, we've only been going for a few minutes. We've got an envelope and a card, so that's not bad. Right. Now, obviously I knew from the outside of the pack that they were vanilla and gold. And so I was thinking, well, what colours could we have to Oh, excuse me, to complement though, if I needed to put any colour on. So I've pulled Mossy Meadow because I do think that's a lovely rich green. And then I pulled out Highland Heather and Cherry Cobbler. So I'm thinking that we might, some way, if need to incorporate some colour, we can incorporate this. All right, so we have these other products that we're going to go for. So this all comes, this is all in one piece. Okay, and what this is it cuts out the greetings. And I tell you what I'm going to do, because sometimes I can't get these back on again. So I think what I'm going to just do quickly is I'm just going to draw around maybe the corners like that. And that way, when I come to put this back, I'll know exactly where it goes. Because, as I say, I finish my, when I go to put my dies back on, they never seem to go onto the piece of card, which has got like adhesive tape on it. They never seem to go on there. They don't seem to fit. So it must, obviously it's operator error, but but that should help me next when I come to put this back together again. Right, so we can see that we've got these outlines, and that's easy. That's thank you. I can see this is hello. That's celebrate. I think that must be happy. I'm not sure what the other ones are. I'm not even sure what that was. A bit weird, isn't it? It's not really a shape of anything. But in addition, we've got some cute little sort of accent dies. So we've got some stars, some hearts, and some flowers, and some little cute leaves. And then we've got a couple of rainbows and clouds. So obviously there's a good use for that. Right, so we've got those bits. So let's see what we've got in the embossing folder. Now this is they're called hybrid embossing folders because they're intended to work together. Now clearly you can use them separately, but they're intended to work together. Right, so we can, I was right, there's thank you. The one that I said's a funny shape, that's Oh Happy Day. Oh Happy Day. Reminds me of Sister Act whenever I hear that. Oh love you, you make me happy. Oh, that's Get Well, that's a good one. We've got Just Because, Celebrate, With Sympathy, Hello and Thank You. Now the idea of these is that they will line up the dies with the embossing, and you can either just get a small piece of card and do one, or you can do the whole thing. So let's do that. Let's get a sheet of card and do this. So we're just going to trim off what we don't need, and we're going to see what we get. Let's see what we get. Right, so what I've done is I've lined that up. That's not going anywhere. It's actually slotted beautifully into place. So that's not going anywhere. I'm going to line up my piece of card. Hopefully I didn't cut it too small. darn me, I did. What a fool. Okay, we'll just do one at the top. Now I don't want to have it rammed up against the hinge because it can damage the hinge. Right. So we're going to get our cut and emboss machine. Now for this one, I think, and I'm going to say think because I'm not yet sure, I think we're just going to need the number 1 plate and the number 4 embossing plate. That's the grey one. And I'm going to put this hinge first and just try this. Oh, it's a bit stiff, but yes, that's what we need to use. Woo. Ooh. Now let's see what we have. All right. So there's the bits left over. I think we can safely toss those. And then we have these. I don't know how well you can see them. I tell you what I'll do. I'll get a piece of cardstock. Oh, we can use this. And I'll just use the ones that we had whole. Like that. Oh, this is a neat idea. Oh, I like this. With sympathy. So you could do one at a time, or you can actually have a whole lot of greetings and you could keep them in your stash ready for that very occasion. So hopefully you can see that without me making you seasick, bringing that too close to the top. But you should be able to see that they're all raised like that. So there's one thought. Now the other thing that Stampin' Up brought back, which was a wonderful surprise, was the brayer. Now, I used to use my brayer a lot. Here it is. Here. Now, I don't have that one. I have one that I think they sold a long time ago. But this works just as well as this one here. So I'm going to show you another idea with this set of dies. I just need to clear myself some space because I have a feeling it might get a bit messy. Right. So let's see, I'm going to put this back on here like that. Oh, no, I think it goes best on that side, doesn't it? There we are. No, it went in straight away earlier, didn't it? Oh, there we, I think it's this way. Yeah, that's the way. So that is how we would use it to get what we've just done. And I'm going to, this time, I'm going to make a mark so I know to cut it the right size. There we go. I'm all into marking today. Right. Now then, let's think. Right. So what I'm thinking of doing, let's see how this is going to work. I'm going to, maybe I'll get my lovely Mossy Meadow ink and see what we can make happen here. Right. So I'm going to add ink to my brayer, and I'm going to load up, and I need to make sure that I get sufficient ink all the way around. So don't just do this, because that just gives it to you on one side. So just do this, just keep rolling it round until you can see, I can see that I've got a lovely coating of ink. And I've also managed to get some on my ink pad, which I know I'll put my finger on. And I knew that I would be using my brayer today, so I came prepared, and I've just got some kitchen paper towel that's damp, just to make sure that I don't get myself in a terrible mess. Right, and then I'm going to add ink to the bump, to this side, the side that's got that outline. So let's see, I don't know if I've even put that on the right way now. But we'll see. Let's see how it comes out. Okay, who else is out there watching me today? Don't tell me I'm all by myself. Now then, we knew that we were going to get messy today. Now, I'm going to pop this back on here, being very careful. There. And then we're going to add the paper, and we're going to fold over like that. Then get our machine back again. Now then, oh, there's my base pad. Oh, looks like it's picked up a bit of spare something or other. And hinge first, plate on top. Oh, that's a weeny bit tough. And let's see what we've got. Right. Ooh. Okay, we got a bit of ink on the spare piece of card, but that's fine because we're actually going to toss that. Now this, I'm just going to wipe with my paper before I get covered in ink. But you could always just run it under the, running water tap and let it dry for a few moments. There we are. And I'm going to let that dry. And then we're going to look to see what we've got. Right. So my paper was a bit on the short side, so we've got missed a bit of thank you. But here we go. So what do you think? I'll just finish putting these out, and then I'll just lift them up so that you can see them. There we go. So we've got a really cute outline. I know this one's cut off, but that's because my paper was in the wrong, was too short. So note to self, if you want to do a whole sheet of greetings, you need to make sure you cut your paper to fit. So I think that these are really gorgeous, and maybe is these, I think, would this card go like that, or could it go like that? So I was thinking that maybe this could go like this, but it's a bit lost, isn't it? So how about hello? Or how about, pop these to one side for a minute. How about getting a scrap of green? So what shall I make it? Anybody out there got a view what I should do? Shall we just do, well, we can't use thank you or get well soon, but because they're not quite, but if I do hello, let's see how hello works. So we'll measure this up. So it's about 3 inches by just over 2.5. So if we go, no, just over 2.5. What am I talking about? Just over 1.5. So if I go like 1 3/4, let's see what that looks like. Okay. And see what 3.5 looks like. So does this look better if we were to do like this? Fills up quite a bit of the card, doesn't it? Not so sure I like that after all. But it certainly makes this pop. Okay. Let's have another think. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much, Sherry B. Which one did you like? Did you like it on the green like that? I just noticed that you'd made a comment. How are you today? So, is this what you said was nice like this? Just let me know, because I'm always up for suggestions. Now, I've had another thought. It's getting dangerous around here. There's too much thinking. Oh, right. So you like this one. Okay. Do you not think it's a weeny bit on the big side? I tell you what. Let's have another think. It's dangerous, me thinking. I've just had a thought. I had just had a thought. Hello. Right, let's try this. So rather than just use the embossing folder, let's put a plate. Oh no, you did not that way. Okay, help me out here. I'm just going to put this down without the embossing folder. Oh, I need an extra plate here. Hold on. I need this thin. I need a number 2 on there. Let's stick that underneath. Creak, crack. So now I've just got like a plain hello, and I wondered whether, what about that? That doesn't look so overwhelming. Have you got a thought on that, Sherry? That looks a lot more subtle, doesn't it? Right. I haven't got my glasses. Yes, I do. Now, let me see. Right. I just wondered how this would look using a foil. Try the white behind. Oh, what? Without the ink on it. Is that what you had in mind? Or was that something? Or white, let's see. So we could get a piece of, I'm using vanilla, so, but I understand what you mean. So it was bringing that, obviously I'd cut it down a bit smaller. Right, let's just try one other thing. I think my embossing folder's nice and dry now, yes. I'm going to do hello again. Let's do hello. Did I cut this big enough? Right. So I'm going to use the embossing folder with the die this time, just on one. Put the green on top. Oh, okay. Right. I'll try that one. Thank you for clarifying for me. We'll try that in a sec. Let's just... Oh, that won't work, Cindy, because you haven't got an embossing plate on there. Where did I do with my embossing plate? Gee whiz. It's got stuff on it somewhere, hasn't it? There it is, underneath my gold foil. All right, so let's do this, and then we'll do, so put the green on top with the white, okay? Right, so I'll do that one, and then I'll get some green again. And we'll have a look at all of that together. All right. So we do cut all our bits, and then we'll have some options to play with. So we get ourselves another little piece of this green. You know, Pear Pizzazz used to be one of my real all-time favourite greens. I just loved that green. And it retired. I was heartbroken. But I've always had a bit of a soft spot for Mossy Meadow. So maybe this will be my new favourite green. So I was wondering to myself, I wonder what other hobbies any of you may have that you like to do other than paper crafting. And I was finishing off a piece last night, piece that I've worked on off and on for the best part of a year. It's not terribly big, but it just took me a while to work on it. Oh, soft sea foam, and you enjoy making cards. Soft sea, yeah, soft sea foam is lovely. So, you said about putting green on top. How was it? Would it be like that? Or on top of a larger piece? I've embossed this one this time, and it has a bit more meaning. You just enjoy making cards. Yeah, let me show you what I finished last night. It needs to be washed and blocked. But that was my piece that I finished last night. And apparently this symbol means balance. So hopefully I get a good balance of crafts in my life. But if I don't do something while I am watching TV, I fall asleep. So I stitch a lot. That's beautiful. Thank you very much. Right. So should I put it on a trimmed down piece like that? Or shall I pop? How about this? I did this. This is gold. This is on gold foil. Do you think it might work on the back of some gold? Or is it just too much gold? Okay. Wonder whether we should go, well, there's this colour. That's Highland Heather or Cherry Cobbler. I have a feeling that Cherry Cobbler is very nice, but I'm leaning towards that green. Leaning towards that green. I don't quite know what else to do with the card, to be honest with you, because I'm not sure whether I want to cover all of this beautiful work. But I think what I could do, I've got a watercolour pencil here. I wonder. Just to try and think of some things. Your favourite was the white and the green. Okay? So white on top of green or green on top of white? Do you want? Right. Let me see. I bet you don't have a blender pen handy. I know I've got a boatload of them. Green on top. Okay, we're going for the green on top. I'm just gonna now this doesn't lend itself, or maybe it is lending itself. Yes, it is lending itself to watercolour pencils, but it needs a bit more watercolour on it. Right, so let's let that dry a second. So we're gonna go try the green on top of the gold. Try the green on top of the gold. So we'll need to have this one here. How about that? Let me know. Right. I'm just trying to get a bit of colour into this rose. I wouldn't do the whole thing, but I'm just thinking, well, maybe that could be our focal point for the card. But this one does need quite a lot of watercolour pencil. Oh, that's coming in better. Nope, the green on the white. Okay, green on white it is. Hold on. There. Or we could just do this and trim it down a bit so the hello pops. Yes. Right. See, I think I've messed this up now, but we'll see. Yeah, I don't like that. Right. Let us get another card because I can use that on something else. So let's get another card. Right, so should I trim this bit down? Let's see what we've got going on here. So I said that that needed to be about 1 3/4 by 3 1/4. So if I cut 3 1/4, 3 1/4 by, I think this was going to be 1 3/4, was it? Right. Okay, so it's make our mind up now, Sherry. So we're going to do like this, number 1. What about black? Okay, black on the top or black underneath? This or so that's number 1, and then this is number 2. What should we go for with that? And I'll get some black while you let me know. Number 2. So this is number 2, right? So here we've got black. Too many choices, huh? Black, yes or no? It takes a few moments for your comments to come through. So what we've looked at is how to use these dies this hybrid set with cutting out paper. We've looked at using the two together to get an embossed image, and we've looked at how to ink them up, the black with the white. Yes? Yes, right. So, should I cut it down to form a hello shape, or should I just trim it to make it a little bit smaller here? Just had a think. It's try a shadow. Neat idea. Right, so we try a shadow. Make this, see if this will work. So this time we'll just cut the hello. So we're going to need this. We're going to need the adapter plate, this and this, and we're going to put that in square, otherwise it won't go through very well. And right. There. Should we go for that? Sherry. So now normally I would probably put some adhesive sheet behind this, but at the minute I'm just going to use a little bit of liquid. Now black is not a colour that I go to very often. Okay, and maybe if I had put some black ink on the hello, maybe that would have been good. That might have worked. Giving it a bit more. There, what do you think? So I also got out a few other goldy coloured embellishments, but I'm thinking that maybe I should just go for the gold here and just give it a little bit of a bit more dimension. Because now you've said to me about that black, I'm wondering if I black up that and put it on black. I'm wondering if that might actually give it a bit more presence. And I've got some few gold bits. Try a shadow. Let's not have that let's put that at an angle. Okay, let's do that. because we don't have to stamp any greetings or anything on this, with this doing all the hard work. And if I pop this on a dimensional, well, we really did have to fight hard to work this through. Like that. And the one that I goobered up, just to show you that all is not lost, I'm just going to trim along the score line like that, and I'm just going to trim myself a 3/8 piece and we can just stick that inside just to, and you can always stamp a bit more of a message inside, or you can just simply leave it blank so you can write a nice message. And in fact, I like that so much, I'm going to do one at the top. We have the same trimmer. I love this trimmer. Yes, it's a good, accurate trimmer. And I've used other makes in the past, and I found that if you weren't careful, you got like a curvy line, the curvy cut, because the plastic that everything was made of wasn't sort of sturdy enough when you slid the blade up and down. So this one really does give good cuts. So there we go. As I say, I think that I would definitely stamp that outline in the green or in black, like we did on those other samples, because like this, but I do it in black. I think that that would really pull up. Oh, there's got a little thing that I think that that would really pop if that was on there. Okay, well, we made a card by committee. I hope you enjoyed me sharing this product, well, these two products with you, where we've been using these hybrid dies and this lovely set of cards with all that beautiful foiling. So that's what we've ended up with. Thanks for posting. You're welcome, Sherry. I really appreciate you joining me today. If you've enjoyed it, perhaps you'll go ahead, give me a thumbs up, and then I will be back next week when we'll be working on some other ideas. Well, I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now. Thank you. You already did. I appreciate you. Bye.